Yeah, hi there. These comments are for AC, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you made a comment and sent me an email, and I want to answer your questions now. All right, AC, let's take a look at your situation. So you say, I've already taken the TOEFL test and scored 74, so you got 16 on the reading, you have 20 points in the listening, you have 20 points in the speaking, and 18 on the writing. You say, but no university accepts a score less than 79. You say, so I need to improve. I wouldn't say each section, just say I need to improve each section's score, and I desperately need help through an online program. I've already taken dates to retake my exam. So on January 11th, 2015, you say I'm expecting to get 100. I already need feedback. I also need feedback regarding my speaking and writing. Does this program meet the expected guidance? It does. It really does. If you need a place where you want to post your pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice test, and you don't mind waiting about 24 hours to get your results, I can do this. My online course is exactly set up for somebody like you. Now, here's the other question. So right now we're in November. So the question is, you want to go from 74 to over 100 in about 2 months. Am I right? So it's probably, I'll be honest with you, it's probably not realistic. I mean, if you want to go from 74 to 80, to me that's doable, that's possible. But your English skills, your academic English skills right now are so low, it is going to take you a minimum, probably 3 to 6 months before you can reach 100. Now, if you want to get 80, 80 is no problem. I think we can do that. But to get 100 is a real battle. It'll probably take you 2 or 3 different times of taking the TOEFL exam, and each time you'll move to a different level. But it's pretty rare that somebody goes from 74 to 100 or higher in just 2 months. I'm being honest with you, right? So let me give you some suggestions, some things that you can do. And again, my suggestion is you got to be realistic here. I mean, if you follow my suggestions I'm going to give you, it's probably going to take you about 3 to 6 months before you can reach your goal. So my first suggestion now is to get into a habit of reading every day for about 45 minutes. This is very, very important. I recommend that first. Number 2, also practice listening for about 45 minutes each day. Now, in both cases, get in the habit of note-taking. Focus on the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. Then, using your notes, you can do 2 things. Each week, write 3 250-word academic summaries. I think this is very important for you. So these do not have to be corrected. I don't need to read these, but you're just getting used to writing about reading and listening passages. So as you write more, you will get better at being more accurate and more complete in your summaries. Now also, you should do maybe 3 to 5 oral summaries of this information. Each summary should be about 60 seconds. This is also very useful. So now you're not just doing the reading and the listening practice, you're also doing some, in this case, integrated writing, and you're also doing integrated speaking. Again, you don't need to post these for me. These are things you're just doing just for practice to get you more used to writing and speaking about other people's information. Okay, so now let's get into the third thing. So right here, if you just do these two things every day, you're almost spending about an hour and a half just doing that. Now my next suggestion is, of course, start going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. There's different ways of doing this, and because you need such a high score, I'm not going to recommend a specific study guide for you. It just depends on how long it takes you to go through the different lessons. Now remember that you can use my online course any way you like. I'm just going to give you a suggestion of what would be best for you based on your current TOEFL score and then the goals of what you want to do. So my recommendation is, first of all, maybe for the first month, let's just say month 1, focus mostly on the vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar sections of my course. This is probably, now this could take you more than 1 month. I mean, the main thing is there are 1,700 words in the vocabulary part of my course, so how long do you think it will take you to master those words? That's really one of your big goals right now, but I'm guessing you probably also have some pronunciation and some grammar issues that you need to solve. So however long it takes, go through these first 3 sections. Now remember, you don't want to burn out, so don't try to do the same thing all the time. For example, it's probably not a good idea to only do vocabulary for 1 month. That'll probably burn you out. So what you can do is each day you can schedule vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar lessons. For example, maybe on day 1 you can do vocabulary lesson 1, maybe pronunciation lesson 1, and grammar lesson number 1. Then the next day you can do vocabulary lesson 2, pronunciation lesson 2, grammar lesson 2. So for the first month or so, you're going through the 3 areas of my course to improve your vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Now the next thing is, then you can begin the listening and the reading sections of my course. Now remember, you're already doing this all along. You're doing the reading and listening practice as you do everything else. So you have maybe 1.5 hours doing the reading and the listening practice. Then maybe each day 1 to 2 hours you're spending at my course, right? So for month 2 and 3, go through the listening and the reading lessons. Now here's the key, especially with reading. Your sole purpose of using my course is to increase your reading speed to 350 words per minute. That's exactly what you want to do. This is very, very important, because once you improve your reading speed, your concentration and comprehension will be much better. But remember, you've already done the vocabulary study before you've done the reading section, so you'll have the vocabulary you need here, and this is going to help you improve your reading speed as you start my 70 speed reading practice test. Now the listening part, the listening section, is going to give you some good advice on how you can continue to improve your listening comprehension, and you can complete 40 listening practice tests so you can begin to mark your progress. Now the next one is the next, maybe month 4 and 5, or depending on how long it takes you to finish those lessons, maybe you can do it faster. So when you get to the last sections, you want to start working on the writing and the speaking areas of my course, and then you can start completing speaking and writing practice tests. Now once you've gone through all of the lessons, I think, beginning with vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, then you complete my listening and reading lessons, and finally you finish the writing and speaking. What you can do, if you want, you can take a full-length IBT practice test. You can go to the 8th section of my course and you can find out about those. Now TOEFL also allows you to do some practice tests. So if you don't want to take my full-length practice test, you can go to ETS and certainly take theirs. The main thing is you need to get a mark. You need to see where you are. And then that will help you make the decision on whether or not you are ready to take the TOEFL IBT exam, because it's a big investment. It's over $200. See, my course is only $38 a month. It doesn't cost a lot of money to subscribe and to study in my online course. All right, so anyway, these are my suggestions of things that you can do, I think, over the next few months to continue improving your academic English language proficiency. Remember, again, this is only a suggestion. Once you become one of my online TOEFL students, you can use my course any way you like, but I'm just being honest with you. Based on your score, you're probably looking at several months of hard study. If you follow my plan and you're studying anywhere from, say, 3 to 4 hours every day, following my guide, following my course, you're probably looking at a minimum of 3 and maybe even up to 6 months before you can go from 74 to 100. All right, so I've been teaching TOEFL online now since 2008. I also have been teaching TOEFL preparation courses in the English language program at California State University, San Bernardino, for about 20 years. So I have a pretty good idea at how quickly students can improve their scores. But anyway, thank you very much for your comments, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.